Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be comparing two iPhones that are very similar, the iPhone 4 and 4S, and we're going to see which one's significantly better than the other, and how Apple has improved within a year's span of time. But before we begin, if you like tech such as laptops, phones, tablets, or other tech, feel free to hit, smack, or slap that subscribe button and like button down below. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, let's go ahead and get straight into the comparison. The iPhone 4, which is on the right, was released in September of 2010, while the one on the left is the 4S, released in October of 2011. Both had a Retina display that was 3.5 inches, and had a similar resolution on both phones at 640 by 960p. One key difference between the two is the 4S was introduced with a new feature called Siri, which was the own AI voice assistant on Apple devices from the 4S and on, which was to compete with the Google Assistant at the time, which they still are competing today. Hardware-wise, the iPhone 4 had the A4 chipset, which was a single-core processor making 1 GHz of processing power and 512 MB of RAM. And the 4S also made that, except it was a dual-core processor, which had double the power, which made it about 2 GHz of processing power versus the 4. Camera-wise, the 4 had a 5 megapixel rear-facing camera capable of 720p video recording and a VGA 8.7 megapixel front-facing camera, while for the 4S, the front camera remained the same, but the rear camera was bumped up to 8 megapixels, which made video recording 1080p instead of 720p, but still at 30 frames per second. And each picture in this slideshow is labeled 4 or 4S. The first video is going to be the 4, and the second is going to be the 4S. As for storage, the iPhone 4 and 4S both had 8, 16, and 32 gigabytes of storage, but the 4S had 64, which was new to iPhones, which made storage even better. Battery-wise, the 4S had a slight improvement over the 4, with the 4 having 1420 mAh versus the 4S, which had 1432 mAh, which is about a 1% difference between the 2, and the 4S had a few extra minutes of battery for your own use. Well, for color wise, both came in black and white as standard. The 4 had the iOS update until 7.1.2, while the 4S had it all the ways up to 9.3.5, which wasn't the best iOS update for the iPhone 4S. It would have been better if it would have been staying at the 8.0 or 8.1 iOS update, which this particular one in the video is sitting at 8.1.3. At the end of the day, both phones are considered obsolete, especially the 4S, due to the fact of it being updated for too long with iOS 9.3.5, and you currently can't downgrade it unless you jailbreak it, due to the fact that Apple doesn't sign the SSH bombs for this phone anymore. But other than that, both of these phones were milestones for Apple, bringing new features such as Siri compared to its predecessor, the 3G and 3GS. But other than that, did you own the iPhone 4 or 4S in the past? Or do you currently own one right now? Let us know in the comments down below, and what would you like to see in future videos? Other than that, this has been a tech comparison, and we'll catch you all in the next one. See you.
Unknown Brain, Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's gotta